lot of talent.
And the basket by Gordon.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Offside Fox. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
What sets Fox apart is how dynamic and explosive he is. He can take off at any moment in any direction.
To the middle, and another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Outside Fox. When you compare, Richard, the NBA to the other major sports leagues, you have to be proud of the way things are run.
The NBA is a global league that focuses on global expansion, more so than any other major sport in the United States. And when it comes to the players, there isn't a league that treats their players better.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Denver.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for money.
Honestly, I just love how relentless he is on the glass, making a big effort to pull the ball and give his teammates extra chances. Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this a confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Look at this team.
Go.
We're looking good. We're looking good.
All right, here we go.
Knock it down.
Okay. First shot of the day. Okay.
Good shot right there.
Naomi not playing around.
First shot of the day.
Take that.
Shot, boom.
Appreciate you.
Good shot.
Just switch me every time, boom.
I got you. Oh, yeah, that's a walking bucket right there.
We starting early. We starting early.
Score the ball.
Good pass.
Love.
Yeah.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High City. And the Nuggets will look to now Atlanta starting 5. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Karis LeVert is out there with Trae Young. And it's Risa Shea in at the 3 slot. And for Denver, Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Money in at the small forward position. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Nuggets. On the wing, Murray. Pass to Jokic. Good.
Size and touch of Jokic just too much. Finishing with power and finesse.
Young, the pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. And he converts the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And Gordon with the basket on the assist by Murray.
Aaron Gordon is one springy dude. When he gets the ball down low, it's hard to stop him.
And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won one NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, BA, tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Here's Brown following the score by Atlanta and the basket by Jokic.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Here's Risa Shea coming in off 12 points in his last outing.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Risa Shea. Outside Young. Pass to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Risa Shea.
There's a quiet intensity that Jokic plays with, especially on defense. He's made that shooter a little bit nervous.
Here's LeVert. And not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night. Here's Money. Guarded by Young. Gordon against Johnson. Here's Money. And that's collected by Trae Young. The Hawks have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Here's Okongwu. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Murray, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. To the middle. Here's Money over to the left wing. Here's Brown. He's checked by LeVert. The shot by Brown, no good.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Man, Brent, when Trae Young is on the floor, his teams put up ridiculous offensive numbers. What makes Trae a difference maker? Well,
I think Trae's relentlessness as an offensive player is hard to defend. I mean, he's so quick with the basketball. He gets into the teeth of the defense and causes so many problems, BA. He sometimes has those stretches where he becomes an offense unto himself.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Coming into this, having notched a win against San Antonio in their last game.
And in that one, the bench came to play. Gave the team...
Hawks trail by 4. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. The combo up front is Porter Jr. and the Joker. And it's Money in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Denver, getting going in the second. Nance, the pass to Young. 6 to shoot. Pass to Okongwu. Outside to LeVert. There's the triple. Jokic grabs the board. Denver leading by 4. Here's Money, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. LeVert passes to Johnson. Porter against Nance. Pass to Young, and he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And now a peek at some of the players competing for a spot in the dunk contest. All of them true dunk artists.
And I can't wait to see what these guys have dreamed up this year. The level of athleticism and creativity that goes into this contest is what makes it so incredible to watch.
He's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Well, we'll just have to see. But I personally would love seeing him in the dunk contest.
So that's how things are currently looking for the dunk contest. But of course, we'll update you with the latest news as we receive it.
And as this lineup starts to take shape, this event is only getting more and more exciting.
Okongwu with the bucket.
Well, this team has trusted Young's ability to run an offense, and that includes him finding teammates.
Pass to Money. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. Hawks trail by 6. Young finds LeVert. Money grabs the miss.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Murray. And the layup falls. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Trae is a dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I've worked too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Murray passes to Money. Back to Murray. Jokic against Okongwu. Money with the bucket. Money's got his second basket.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Murray against Young. The kick out to Johnson. Tipped away.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Aaron Gordon's checked in for Denver. Gay's checked in for Atlanta. Risacher comes in for LeVert. Timeout called the Nuggets. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
You cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's...
So we conclude the first half. The Nuggets on top, leading by 8. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
The Hawks, 35. Fans, please give a big round of applause for Eugene Jr.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. A fantastic game from Russell Westbrook in this one.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
This is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Risacher and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Caris LeVert. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5 down low. Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Was that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, sometimes draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more. You have to love Trae Young's relentlessness on the floor. His focus, just giving the game 100% of himself and not messing around in any regard.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And Jokic throws it down.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Young, the pass to LeVert. Second half getting started. About a minute played. They get it again. Denver leading by 10. Murray inside. Guarded by Young. Pass to Money. Poke loose. Clock at 6. Out to the wing. Here's Brown. Gets the 3 to fall. Brown's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Here's Risa Shea. Outside Johnson. Pass to Risa Shea. The 3. And the three-pointer goes. Risa Shea's got 7 points.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Risa Shea will be nailing threes for many years to come.
One of the better dunkers we have in the NBA, Aaron Gordon. Showtime.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. A 12-point game. LeVert outside. Back to Johnson. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Here's Money. Misses the layup.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Outside Johnson. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Well, Johnson's feel for the game keeps showing itself, takes advantage of the space behind the arc.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
Oh, my. Their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Gay. He's off on that one. And so it's the Denver Nuggets now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Hawks trail by 12. They've got Aaron Gordon. Hayden Watson is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Money in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Count that one.
And there's the ability to finish for Risa Shea. Nobody scares him at the rim.
Pass to Money. And here's Westbrook. Down low. Here's Money. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
Well, another part of what they've done tonight is to get a lot of work done in the mid-range, and that's a shot that a lot of teams are willing to let you take. Well, they've knocked him down.
Nikola Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. Back to Young. From 13, just 5 on the clock. And Risa Shea gets it to go.
A slow start for him, but making amends here in the second half.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And Gordon with the big finish.
Now you combine that leaping ability and getting around the rim with some fluidity. That makes Aaron Gordon an excellent option in the pick and roll.
Here's Young. Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Jokic. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
A different look for Denver. Brown comes in for Watson. And Jamal Murray is subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Johnson, he's checked in for Atlanta. LeVert comes in for Niang. That one drops 4. Risache's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Pass to Brown. Good D by Kangwoo.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
Here's Young. Rebound by the Nuggets. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. On the wing, Murray. Rebounded by Johnson.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
To the wing, right side. Here's Young. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Murray. Inside. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Great focus from Murray. Really sticking it to the D right there with the tough and 1.
Here's Young. To the inside. Risache. And that one is stuffed right through.
Risache is just pouring it in on offense. He's found a rhythm and is determined to keep it going.
Down low. Here's Money. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 13. Pass to Risache. Off target from outside.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Murray's shot is good.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time to win.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
So no problem for Denver as they get the win. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on,
Jewels that'll break my rules. On front page, see you. Page 6, call me for the interview. But can you afford my view? Only bad ones in my crew. And you know that I'll ride into. Then plus me, plus you. Catch a flight for the weekend and I and catch a flight. Come around at night. Text me and I just might. Do you wanna ride? We can catch a flight. Come around at night. Prove it and I just might. Do you wanna ride? We can catch a flight. Anyway, right. Prove it and I just might. Do you wanna ride? We can catch a flight. Anyway, right. Prove it and I just might. I'm doing my dance. I'm doing my dance. I'm doing my dance. Popping this. I'm doing my. Popping this. I'm doing my dance. I'm doing my dance. Doing my. I'm doing my dance.
Down.
Good half, team.
Great half.
Let's go. Danny, hey, you going crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Danny going crazy right now.
Yeah.
It's the team vibe. The team vibe is good.
Oh, I see you, Danny.
Let's go, Chris.
No way.
No, sir.
Go. Tremendous.
The snatch block.
Where the foul at?
Where the help on
Post
that
defense
corner?
is incredible.
Yeah, good pass.
Play ball.
To the wing.
Yeah.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Dunn is out there with Durant, and it's Richards in at the center position. And for Denver, in at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's so it's the Suns winning easily here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking. Feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
So here is my success on how I was successful in Proving Grounds. I was ranked number 22 to 25 in the world, and I was using this build to use to compete in the Proving Grounds in 1v1. Now, this build is a lockdown build. It's a two-way perimeter shot creator. You have a height of 6'4" and wingspan of
at center.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Money in at the 3, the small forwards. And for Phoenix, Booker and Beal in the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's Dunn in at the small forward. And it's going to be the Nuggets off the tip. Well, Grant, there's a lot to love about Christmas Day, not the least of which are the great NBA matchups we always get.
Oh, B.A., we've seen some Christmas classics over the years, haven't we? Something about playing on this holiday brings out the best in players and teams.
To the right side, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. Rebounded by Dunn. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. And so Jokic will bring it up for the Nuggets. To the middle. Here's Money. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
The defense tightens up, so he adjusts. Nice play.
And it's Phoenix's ball. Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
And obviously, facing Nikola Jokic was the first topic of conversation. Coach told me they don't hand out MVP awards. The Joker is one of the most talented players in league history, and he's 7 feet. It's unreal. In terms of how to stop Jokic, he laughed and said, I don't think anyone has that answer, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
For all the scoring, KD's 7.5-foot reach can sometimes get overlooked. He said, let me remind you with that rejection.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. Took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they can win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of them.
And so it's Phoenix with it. After the Nuggets picked up a basket just a moment ago. Booker's shot is good.
No question. Booker excels at finding shots. He can be a real point machine.
Murray passes to Money. Back to Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Pass to Money. Now here's Jokic. Richards pulls it in. Durant for 3. That one's in there on the nice assist from Beal. Durant's got 5.
Well, Durant's reputation at the arc is solid, and good reason for that. He's a consistent sniper.
Gordon against Durant. Gordon, and another shot. Durant pulls it in.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that.
Wow. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
What's up?
Oh.
And so Murray will bring it up for the Nuggets. Four-point game. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Kevin Durant is out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Tyus Jones. And it's Richards in at the 5, down low. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Richards. What a tremendous game he played against Denver. Pass to Durant. Outside Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Beal outside. Pulls it from 20. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Murray against Jones. Puts up a 3. And Jamal Murray hits from deep. Murray's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Tell you what, if Murray's on your team, you got to feel comfortable when he's working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all make him hard to guard.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Jones against Murray. Oh, rejected by Beal. They retain possession. Inside, Jokic drops it in. The Suns leading. Outside Durant. Pass to Beal. Richards with it. Working on Jokic. Beal. That one's good.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Suns played some superb basketball. He added 11 points, and then you look at the steals, the blocks, terrific all-around performance from him. And his production wasn't limited to just one area. He had a hand in almost every aspect of that game. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, got it. We saw him play in attack mode the other day. We'll see if he can keep it up in this one.
You know, I think he can. A repeat performance should be no problem for him.
And, you know, I'm curious, guys, to see whether the defense plays him straight up, plays him honestly, or do they deny him, trap him, whatever they can do to force the ball out of his hands. We'll see.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Well, Grant, the Suns were swept in the first round last year. Are super teams a thing of the past, you think?
You know, perhaps, B.A. The Suns had KD, Booker, and Bradley Beal, but the constraints of the salary cap mean you end up a little top-heavy. The rest of the roster was tough for them to fill out.
Here's Jones. Denver getting their last shot to go. Pass to Durant. Now Jones, defended by Murray.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Jones in the post. He's against Murray. Out to Beal. Clock at 2. He shoots. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Beal against Murray. The floater, good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Using the soft touch, Murray rainbows it up and down.
Phoenix calls timeout, and it feels like everyone turns over half their roster every year, Clark. How hard is that for teams?
Very hard. I mean, continuity is a foundational pillar point.
The first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Nuggets ahead. They're up by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
The Nuggets, 36.
And welcome back, one and all, for more NBA Christmas Day action. One guy who's been getting it done is Jamal Murray.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the court for Denver. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Money in at the 3 slot. Pass to Murray. Here's Money, pounded by Beal. Murray inside from 8 feet away. Money, pass to Murray. Done with a steal. Here's Durant. Gordon with a steal. Here's Money, defended by Dunn. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
Suns trail by 5. Booker, the pass to Dunn. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. And it's Murray with the ball for the Nuggets. Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
And he's going for the oop here. And out of bounds. Denver will have it. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Thunder, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at Denver, they look like a no-nonsense team, focused on one thing, and that is to be the favorite to win the title.
Jones, he's checked in for Booker. And Denver with a change here, too. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Gordon. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said, it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance. And it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Brian, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie. Murray against Jones. Outside Porter. Pass to Murray. 5 on the clock. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Outside Durant. Done with it. Now Richards. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
And just not allowing the shooter to get comfortable from mid-range.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jump.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Phoenix calls timeout, and Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history.
Well, you could argue that.
Suns trail by 9. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant, and it's done in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
Look at Beal asserting himself in the mid-range, reminding the defense that he could take that.
Murray passes to Jokic. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, B.A. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
The free throw drops for Jokic.
You know, what makes Jokic truly exceptional in my mind is the versatility. You know, he's a really good passer, and that to me is a tremendous distinction, not to mention how he scores and does the other stuff he does out there.
Durant owning the inside.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Murray passes to Money. Gordon on the wing. To the left wing. Pass to Murray. The Nuggets need to get one up. They get it back. Jokic. Ooh, Jokic. Big man playing big.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Booker, the pass to Durant. Rebounded by Denver.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And he gets it to go.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Shoots a fadeaway. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Boy, what a nice ball fake there. Hard not to bite on that one. I mean, you have to be aggressive if you want to challenge KD's shot. And then he's got you right where he wants you. Starting to find a rhythm from the line now as they try to cut into this deficit.
Inside, here's Jokic. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Nick Richards.
A multiple MVP winner. I mean, the former second-round pick, Jokic, continuing to add to his legacy.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Durant. Phoenix no good that time either. Denver leading by 10. Murray drives in, and it's Murray finishing it off.
Boy, on nights like this, it seems like Murray is playing that defense like a song. He can make it a long night for the opponent.
Here's Beal. Money grabs the miss. Money's got 5 rebounds in the game. There's the drive. Brown shot is good.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Phoenix calls timeout.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen in on, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Money, pass to Jokic. Picked it out of midair. Durant against Gordon. The fader.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Money. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Booker with it. Checked by Murray. The 3-ball. That doesn't go either for Durant. Denver leading by 12. Here's Money. And he lobs it up top. And the dunk by Jokic.
Impressive seeing Jokic go off like this. I mean, you can tell his teammates are being energized by what he's doing.
Here's Beal. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. And here's Denver. They're on a 12-4 run. Murray passes to Money. He's got it going on. About 7 for 10.
Boy, they certainly had their way with the opponent at both ends. A really solid night here for the Nuggets.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
Just two tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And reaching a nice milestone, an even 20 wins on the year.
And this is an even matchup, 1-1 on the season series with 2 left to play.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, but one thing's certain.
Some jewels that'll break my rules. On front page, see you. Page 6, call me for the interview. But can you look afford my view? Only bad ones in my crew. And you know that I'll ride into. Then plus me, plus you, plus you. Catch a flight for the weekend, and I was thinking Mallorca could be real cute. I was born kinda spoiled and rude, and there's not much that I can do. So, what's up? Better fix your face and stuff. Better get everything I want. And I know you're gonna really give it up, cause breaking news. You gon' make that news. Do you wanna ride? We can get you fly. Anywhere in the night. Text me and I just might. Do you wanna ride? We can get you fly. Come around the night.
Ready to stand apart from the competition? Today, we take a look at your shoes and how to make your own shoe in the Shoe Creator.
From the main menu, navigate to Features and open Shoe Creator. And start with selecting your brand and cut.
Let your imagination run wild from here. Dream up the perfect pattern and color combination and save your shoe.
Ready to wear your shoe in my career? Head to the appropriate store of your brand, and you'll find your shoes under colorways when you scroll to the bottom.
Coming right up, the Nuggets taking... It's that time of the year. Happy up. And the starting group for the Spurs. Johnson and Wembanyama make up the 4 and the 5. De'Aaron Fox out there with Chris Paul. And it's Vassell in at the small forward. And for the Nuggets, in at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long.
Do you wanna ride? We can get you back. And run a night. Text me and I just might. Do you wanna ride? We can get you back. Come run a night. Prove it and I just might. Do you wanna ride? We can get you back. Anyway you like. Prove it and I just might. Do you wanna ride? We can get you back. Anyway you like. Prove it and I just might. I'm doing my dance. I'm doing my dance. I'm doing my dance. Popping this. I'm doing my. Popping this. I'm doing my dance. I'm doing my dance. Doing my. I'm doing my dance.
We work to work, you late to work, I holla and they send it. You know my pride was colder than Chicago in December. Came up in Echo where her mama was her daddy. And when I'm in the Midwest, she say holla at your family. My dog paid me that taste like candy. My dog out laying them low, ain't breaking none laws up. Southside still in the car, still in the car, still not the car. No, start hold up, I got a call. Said that I'm a cool cat. Dad tell him I'm a top dog. Rollin' when I let the outside, but you doing donuts. Yeah, got the money in the headlight. Big dog every time we hit the red lights. Just shine, ain't nothing but a good day. Don't ain't teach him how to pump fake. Big shot. I ain't tripping, I don't wanna lose count. Talking my, it was just us. Left drive, having my ride. Pay me that. Spaceships, fake boat, Kanye, young, don't stay too long. Big truck, big wheel, big rock, them trying to hate my guts. Trying to gain my trust, but it's all love lust. I'm a cool cat. Yeah, tell them I'm a top dog. Rollin' when I let the outside, but she doing donuts. Yeah, got the money in the headlight. Big dog every time we hit the red lights. Just shine, ain't nothing but a good day. Don't teach him how to pump fake. Big shot. Tell them I'm a cool cat. Yeah, tell them I'm a top dog. Rollin' when I let the outside, but she doing donuts. Yeah, got the money in the headlight. Big dog every time we hit the red lights. Just shine, ain't nothing but a good day. Don't teach him how to pump fake. Big shot.
That wraps up our 11th season of NBA 2K TV.
We have had so much fun with you, the community. Thanks to all of you for making this another successful 2K TV season.
Definitely, and we're already hard at work on Season 12. We have so much in store for you for NBA 2K26.
I cannot wait for 2K26.
But until then, remember, you can access all past 2K TV episodes from the main menu. You'll find tips on how to
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Here were the Boston Celtics arriving earlier. The players with a look of intensity as they try to pick up a win on the road. Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. The perimeter pairing is White and Brown. Horford at the 4 with Porzingis at the 5. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And for Denver, Gordon and Jokic together in the middle, pairing up. In the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Money in at the 3, the small forward. These two teams love to share the ball. Now, Doris, you were a gifted passer, a conference assist leader. What makes a great playmaker?
Well, look at Brian Anderson doing his homework on his partner here. I think, obviously, you have to have some vision. You've got to have a handle to be able to get to the spots you want to on the floor, to deliver the pass at the appropriate angle. But maybe most importantly, you have to have a desire to make your teammates better.
And so Jokic will bring it up for the Nuggets. Here's Money. Pass to Murray. To the paint. Money with the bucket.
So dangerous in the pick and roll. Murray moving that ball, creating for others.
Boston on offense. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant, not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Here's Money. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Here's Brown, and Porzingis with the block.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
Now here's Brown, guarded closely. Holiday against Murray. For three, Porzingis. Again, the miss by Boston.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Pass to Money. Throws it up high, and Jokic throws it down.
Graceful alley-oop from Jokic, a big man who can really move.
The Celtics have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Outside White. And here's Brown for three. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Murray passes to Money. Back to Murray. And stolen by Holiday. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Brown can't hit.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Gordon outside. Pass to Money. Brown with the steal. Here's Holiday. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
How about the hands and anticipation defensively by Jaylen Brown? Part of what makes him special.
Out to the right wing.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Brown. He's guarded by White. Brown passes to Murray. Shot clock at 5. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Gordon with the big finish.
You love seeing Aaron Gordon in the pick and roll. This guy is adept at setting screens and then getting into open space.
Now a timeout called by Boston. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward, Boston has made huge
So it's Denver now. Next up on the schedule, the Clippers. That'll be a home game. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor. On the court right now for the Celtics. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Horford at the 4 with Porzingis at the 5. And it's Brown in at the small forward.
Yeah, just forcing his way to the rim. Murray knew his fate going in there and got rewarded with a foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
Jamal Murray. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Gordon, he's checked in for Michael Porter. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Brown inside. Brown catches in. A terrific finisher inside.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
Here's Money, defended by Brown. Very pretty alley-oop.
Smooth finish off a terrific feed.
Man, the timing and execution couldn't have been any better right there. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to bring basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Brown's checked in. White finds Brown. Back to White. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. It's Tough loss coming against San Antonio in their last game.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on. That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, BA. It's 7'2". It isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
And here's Brown for three, and the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. And now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Pass to Brown. Here's Money. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his first personal
That one on White. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Up top, Brown. He's got 10. He's off on the layup. Nuggets trail by 3. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Jokic passes to Money. Outside Murray. Shot clock at 6. Holiday grabs the miss.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
White coming through.
That's Derek White, fearless on the interior right there. Tremendous finish.
Now a timeout called by Denver. Doris, even as he gets up there in age, Drew Holiday is still an elite defender.
Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Nuggets ahead, up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Make some noise for your Jr.
After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Money in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, a complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
And he lobs it up, and Gordon with the big finish.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
Murray against Holiday. From 12 feet, And here's Brown for three. Gordon pulls it in. And Gordon has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. The lead is 2. Pass to Money. Gordon on the wing. To the middle. Jokic misses from close range.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Porzingis passes to Holiday. Now here's White. He's guarded closely. Doors, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true that what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. When we talk about top on-ball defenders, he's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all.
Murray deciding where to go with it. The three is up. And they get it back. Another shot. Jokic, no good.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
White finds Holiday. Buries it from 3. Holiday's got 5 points.
Well, if you know Drew Holiday, you know he is more than capable of knocking down these shots at a very high clip.
Here's Murray. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul. I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Jamal Murray. 2 shots. And Murray drops them both.
You know, I just love the moxie Murray has to his game. He's so fast and supremely confident.
Holiday against Murray. From 10 feet away. And here's Brown for 3. And the Celtics another 3.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Boston leading by 4. Inside. Porzingis putting the size to work.
Easy money for Kristaps Porzingis. That's 7-3 we're talking about.
Timeout called, the Nuggets.
I have a question for you.
And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Cadis checked in for Boston. Hauser comes in for Holiday. And it goes out of bounds. Taking a look at the Celtics. Horford at the 4 with Porzingis at the 5. Jaylen Brown is out there with Drew Holiday. And it's Hauser in at the 3. Dives for it. Offensive rebound. Now Brown, out left to the wing. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Hauser can't get it to go.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Oh, there's the alley. Horford with a steal. Murray against Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Hauser. Oh, it's stolen. Here's Brown, defended by Brown. Uses the glass on the layup. Brown's gotten his first basket of the night.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Holiday passes to Horford. Here's Hauser. Here's Porzingis. Okay, do it, KP.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Pass to Money. And there's the lob. And Gordon with the big finish.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. Gordon with a steal. Murray against Holiday. Murray passes to Money. Back to Murray. Oh, they get a hand on it. It's stolen by Holiday. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
Now the Celtics on the move. Pass to Hauser. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Money, pass to Brown. Here's Money.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
5 to shoot. Down low. Here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
How effortless is a dunk for Aaron Gordon? He's ready for takeoff, gentlemen.
Brown with it. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're down by 15. There's 1:40 left to play in the fourth. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jaylen Brown.
And you have to give him credit. I mean, his shooting is really what put them over the top. I mean, his percentage from the field was just rock solid. I mean, just reliable, consistent, steady. Man, he gave them a safety net on every possession out there.
They were not playing well and were in desperate need of a win. He took this responsibility upon himself, and he delivered. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll
ain't no point in saving when at the skull. I'm so good at singing the way I carry notes. They frame what I'm saying. Treat that like paintings. This not a handout. We not relaying. Competition, all we do is dust it. I'm the type to hold the face. I'ma hold the hair up and shit. You go looking like I'm really him with the assumption. I was getting 5-star for my luncheon. Keep on giving me lip. I don't really walk anywhere. I'm floating. I'm a real nightmare. Put your vote in. Gonna flinch in the population. I'm gonna keep on doing it till it's soaking.